Denver 7 On Demand is brought to you by Ferguson and BAC Appliance Center, the best in bath, kitchen, and lighting for your home.
I'm Tom Mustin with the latest from Denver 7. Well, the heat is on. We've been in the mid-90s for most of the day. We could be looking at triple digits tomorrow. Not that a few degrees really makes much of a difference here. This is the kind of weather best spent out on the water or in the shade rather than running like these gluttons for punishment you see here in Wash Park. Here's a look at our 7-day. Tomorrow, 100 degrees. The same thing on Friday, another 100-degree day. Then we cool things off just a bit, but still toasty, though, with a high of 87 on Wednesday with a chance for some afternoon storms. And this could be the most urgent call Contact 7 has ever received. A woman reaching out to us in desperation, hoping we could save kittens apparently abandoned in a locked, sweltering hot storage unit in Adams County. Denver 7's Lance Hernandez went looking to help.
It's gut-wrenching. It's heartbreaking.
This video, shot last night, shows one of the kittens eating canned food that a volunteer squeezed through under the door.
You see their little tiny faces and you just wish you could reach in and pull them out, but there's just not enough space.
Mandy Swartz says 3 kittens may have snuck into this storage unit when the door was left open.
We think that the person who was renting this unit maybe was sleeping in it, or maybe it would, left the door open for long enough for the kittens to get in there.
When Swartz asked U-Haul for help getting the cats out, they contacted Animal Control, which placed a trap inside the unit. That was on Monday. Swartz told me she expected U-Haul and Animal Control to be much more aggressive, especially with temperatures on the rise.
If you break the window, if a dog's stuck in a hot car, and people do it all the time, and cops will do it for you. They don't arrest anybody. Nothing happens, but this is different. Why is this different?
Swartz says one of the kittens was small enough to squeeze under the door. She adopted him and named him Jackson. She says Jackson was severely malnourished. Just after 3 o'clock this afternoon, Animal Control went back to U-Haul, asking the company to accelerate its own policy. The locked door was opened, and we are told 2 cats bolted out.
I'm glad if that's the truth. I'm happy that they're out, thank God. But at the same time, I'm not sure if I believe them because they've been so difficult this entire time.
Animal Control was back on the scene this afternoon. They asked U-Haul to open the storage unit door, and this time 2 cats bolted out. Last report, Animal Control was still trying to catch those little felines. Well, for the first time, a local food pantry is acknowledging it has received and is distributing meat from the Denver goose culling. Metro Carrying tells us that not only is it currently giving out the meat at no cost at its fresh foods market, it's also flying off the shelves. They even plan to have a nutritionist on hand Friday morning to show people how to properly prepare that goose meat. Metro Carrying says it's not sure if it will get another shipment after the current supply runs out. And on the subject of animals that inspire love and hate, for months, a Parker man has made it his mission to save a prairie dog colony near his home. Well, tonight that hard work has paid off. This afternoon, around 300 of them were moved from a housing development to Rocky Flats National Wildlife Refuge. Relocation is a passion project of Mark Snyder, an advocate we first introduced you to back in March. Now, Snyder would be the first to tell you this making this happen wasn't easy and took hours of phone calls, emails, and also involved a lot of fundraising and paperwork. CDOT is staying local as it rebuilds a crumbling, collapsed stretch of Highway 36. Today, the department announced that Kramer North America will be in charge of construction. Kramer is based in Wisconsin, but operates a regional office in Castle Rock and is also heading up the I-25 GAP project. The choice of contractor is the first step in what's expected to be a lengthy repair process. Kramer must now come up with a design, then determine how much it will cost. Only then can work begin. An arrest has been made in a hit-and-run accident that killed a Parker man. Douglas County deputies had to go all the way to Nebraska to take Preston Doris into custody. The sheriff's office says he hit 64-year-old Edward Chuck Vogel on the 4th of July, then drove off and quickly ditched the car. Vogel's wife, son, and pregnant daughter-in-law sat down with Denver 7 last week to talk about what they lost that day.
You have a heaviness in your chest that just doesn't leave. It's very heartbreaking to think you worked so hard for so long and that you didn't know you were going to lose this time together. You feel robbed. You feel cheated.
Vogel was an avid golfer, outdoorsman, and community volunteer. Before leaving to go cycling the day, he left his wife a note telling her that he loved her. Surveillance cameras might help you catch criminals, but they're far from a guarantee on preventing the actual crime. Case in point, this home near 92nd and Sheridan in Westminster. 3 separate cameras are rolling as this guy swipes a package from a doorstep. The rightful owner tells us the thief got away with some vitamins definitely worth risking a jail sentence over. This has been your Denver 7 On-Demand Update. Thanks for joining us, and check back here later tonight for another update, and download the Denver 7 app for breaking news and alerts. I'm Tom Mustin. Have a great day.